tasked the appointees to key into the Buhari administration's zero tolerance for any form of corruption. The President Muhammadu Buhari's re-election has been greeted with mixed reactions. A cross-section of Nigerians who spoke to SuperScreen television frowned at the president's re-election bid, advising him not to recontest.
As the general elections draws nearer, politicians have been gearing up and making their intentions known on their next political ambitions. While there are informations that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar will be vying for Nigeria's president, Kwankwaso is also reported as making moves to vie for Nigerian president. But the most shocking to Nigerians is the re-election bid of President Muhammadu Buhari.
The president is free to recontest, but I for one does not believe he deserves to be re-elected. Based on appointments, based on the people he's working with, a whole lot. Look at, he campaigned on three cardinal promises: security, economy, and corruption. And on these three scorecards, he didn't score an A on any of them. Insecurity killings are happening everywhere. Anti-corruption, it's, for God's sake, it's just a lot of drama going on there. And economy, we see what we're all experiencing.
The whole of this country voted for President Buhari because they felt the time of change has come, hope has finally come to Nigeria. But for some reason that we don't know, that has not been explained to us, they've not been able to perform in some very, very important areas.
So, sir, if President Muhammadu is contesting in 2019, are you going to vote for him?
Well, I can't say I will vote for him, and I cannot say I will not vote for him. If I am not going to vote for the sitting president to come back again in 2019, what will be my reasons? And my reasons will be, and why should I vote for a government that has not done well in areas that has affected me?
He doesn't deserve to be president of Nigeria. Why? Because when he was elected, he promised us free breakfast for children in government school. We didn't get that. He promised us a lot of things, but he failed with his promise.
In his manifesto before he was elected as the president of Nigeria in 2015, he said that he's going to do this, do that as per the political party which he came under them. But fortunately, the first term of his tenure, he couldn't achieve anything. Maybe it's the people behind him, or his cabinet, or his member of the house, they couldn't help him, or he's not capable of it particularly. We don't know. But probably the second time, we don't know, since the first time doesn't have an edge, second time, we don't know what could happen in the second. Maybe the country might be worse than this first time. I
don't want him to go again because he's old.
Who then should be the right person to pilot the affairs of Nigeria in 2019?
A young and responsible person, not only a young but responsible, and someone that can take care of Nigeria.
I'm happy that young, vibrant Nigerians are now coming out to say, I want to vie for presidency. That's good. That's a good sign that Nigeria is beginning to go in the right direction.
We have good people that can run this country, in this country. There are many of them. We don't have to rely on the old brigade.
I think I vote for him because there is no other option as a presidential candidate.
The perception of non-Africans is that African leaders are power drunk. They hold on to power until pressure is mounted on them. They do not vacate the seats of power. Though in Nigeria, the situation has been fair. After all, former President Goodluck Jonathan relinquished power voluntarily, just as his predecessor. It remains to be seen whether President Buhari will succeed with his second-term ambition.
The Code of Conduct Tribunal, CCT, has adjourned indefinitely the trial of the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, for false assets declaration. The tribunal chairman, Danladi Umar, who disclosed this, said the decision was taken because of the pending appeals at the Supreme Court on the matter, which was filed by Saraki and the federal government. The defense team, led by Chief Kanu Agabe, SAN, had earlier informed the tribunal that the Supreme Court had fixed March 15 for hearing of the pending appeals. Saraki is standing trial on 3-count charge of false asset declaration after the Court of Appeal struck out 15 of charges in last December. The House of Representatives has resolved to draw up a list of bills which was passed by the National Assembly but have not been signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari. The move is preparatory to a possible override the president's veto on such bills. The Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, specifically directed the Chairman, House Committee on Rules and Business, Oka Jeff, to compile the bills and forward it to the floor for members to look at them and decide whether to override Buhari's veto on them. Nkema Bonta, a People's Democratic Party member from Abia State, recalled that some of the bills dated back to 2017. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate allegations of underage voters and issuance of permanent voters' card by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. This is equal to a motion moved by Honorable John Shekarau, who expressed concerns about reports from the media, which indicated that there were incidences of underage voters in the recently concluded local government elections in Kano State.
The House of Representatives says it will investigate allegations of underage voting in Kano State in the recently conducted local government elections. These developments followed a motion moved by a member of the House, John Shekarau, who drew attention to recent pictures in the media showing cases of underage voting. Shekarau alleged the underage voters were registered because the lives of the registration officers were threatened, adding that the incident created a huge embarrassment to the nation.
The reports from SuperScreen and electronic media which indicate that there are incidents of underage voters who presented themselves at polling units with permanent voters' card to vote in the recently conducted local government elections in Kano and indeed, Mr. Speaker, in most states of this country. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, consider of the incidents, if left unchecked, will have adverse effect on the peaceful conduct, credibility of future elections, and legitimacy of elected leaders. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this has called to love that we mandate the Committee on Electoral and Political Matters to investigate the incident of the registration and issuance of permanent voters' cards to underage voters by INEC across the country and report back within 5 weeks.
Reacting on the motion, Uzoma Ikem Abonta stressed the need to conduct an investigation into the matter and asked the House to make a formal request of the voters registered in the state.
Our problem in this country is closing over very serious and important issues. These issues go beyond credibility and legitimacy of the election that have been conducted and that will also be conducted. It also touches on the security of lives and property of citizens of this country. As we've been informed, we are aware what happened in Kano in 2015 during the 2015 election, where the resident electoral commissioner and his entire family were burnt down. And I don't have any information about investigation and report on that incident.
No one is sure whether the allegation is true or not. Yes, because I know quite well that no sane INEC officers will sit to register any underage person. So I will support the motion since it is investigative that they should go ahead and investigate.
However, the House mandated its Committee on Electoral and Political Party Matters to investigate the incidents and report back within 5 weeks for further legislative actions.
The Court of Appeal, Lagos Division, has reserved judgment in the appeal filed by the federal government seeking the extradition of the senator representing Ogun East, Buruji Kashimu, to the United States of America. The federal government claimed to have received a request by the United States government to deliver Kashamu up for prosecution for his alleged role in an illicit drug deal in the U.S. However, Kashamu had in 2015 secured two separate judgments by Justice Okun Abang and Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court, restraining the federal government from delivering the senator to the U.S. But the Attorney General of the Federation approached the Court of Appeal seeking to overturn the judgments of Justice Abang and Buba to pave way for Kashamu's extradition to the United States. Lagos State Federal High Court has adjourned the trial of a former minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Jumoke Akinjide, who was charged with an alleged fraud of 650 million naira till Friday. Justice Muslim Hassan adjourned the case with a directive that the prosecution should avail the defense of necessary documents. The judge's directive followed complaints by the defense counsel that they had yet to be served with certain documents, including reports of investigation which the prosecution intended to rely upon in the case. Akinjide, alongside two others, is facing 24 charges bordering on conspiracy and money laundering. The other defendants are Senator Ayo Adeseun and Chief Olanrewaju Otite. The Borno State Commissioner of Police, Damian Chukwu, says 6 soldiers and 4 policemen were killed in Ran at the remote local government headquarters where the Boko Haram attacked last week. The figure quoted by the Commissioner of Police is the first official disclosure of casualties the security forces suffered in the attack that killed 3 end workers. The 3 victims worked for the United Nations at Ran's Displaced Persons Camp, the IDP. 2 other female workers are believed to have been abducted by the terror group. While giving details of its losses last week, the UN also said 8 members of the Nigerian security forces were killed in the process. Nigerian women today joined other women in the world to mark the 2018 International Women's Day. In Lagos, different women converged at Agidingbi in Ikeja to celebrate the day. Women were advised to believe in themselves and continue to play their role in nation building. Other women out of the program spoke about their marital issues and how they were able to solve them. More details in this report.
We're celebrating women today. We're celebrating our strengths. Despite being considered the weaker vessel, we are actually very, very strong. We're celebrating, resourcefulness. We are celebrating ability to manage several things at the same time. We're multitaskers, and so on. What do I have to say to women? The theme of this year's International Women's Day is press for progress. And so I want to tell the women out there to truly press for progress. Forget the little things, forget the fights all around you. The only thing you need to fight for is to fight for your destiny. Fight if you understand and know what exactly it is that is your purpose in life. Fight for that and make sure that you fulfill that which God has called you to do.
Women, you need to take action towards your own empowerment, towards gender parity, so that if once opportunities are open, you can take advantage of it. We're not saying men give us space. No, that's not what we're talking about. Because for me, I believe that nobody can take your place once you know who you are. Once you can combine the brain and the beauty and everything that you have, then there won't be a problem. So that's why we're saying that you must take action to develop yourself, build your capacity, build your skills in every area of your your sphere of influence. We're pressing for progress, and we're saying that we're taking a stand against all form of abuse to the woman and to the girl child. Really and truly, for me, that's a major issue. Nobody should be abused. And if you are being abused, please speak out.
Women are very important to our lives. I'm a married man. I was born by a mother. And but I think one of the other reasons why we should celebrate it is we need to bring to the fore the things women are going through, considering that a lot of them have a lot of potentials that could transform even society, families and all that, but they are not being accorded their right position, not being given the right atmosphere to flourish. So having a day like this makes everyone to pause and say, hey, this woman, what can we do? What is it about them that we need to pay more attention to? So for me, a day like this, and particularly because my wife embraces the ministry towards women so much, I have also come to a point where I see the importance of celebrating such a day like this for women. You need to believe in yourself, in what is inside of you. Well, physically they might say that your strength is not so much, but you have a stronger strength. And the real strength is not just the physical. So you are more than what you think you are or what you think you have. And the role, the importance you play in the society is more than what they tell you you play. So you need to look a bit inner and discover what you have in there and bring it out.
You're still watching SuperScreen News at 8. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take some business stories. Stay with us.
When you wake up in the morning, before you start your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time. For work and for play, for a great start to your day, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
We always start our day with a nourishing Kellogg's breakfast, powered with the goodness of grains and 11 essential vitamins and minerals. Kellogg's makes a great tasting breakfast for all of us. So in our family, breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
So I eat Kellogg's for breakfast. It keeps me full of energy. It's tasty and nutritious. And schoolwork sits so easy. Kellogg's every day. Breakfast time is Kellogg's time. Breakfast is Kellogg's.
So give your family a tasty, nutritious breakfast of Kellogg's today. Now also available at just 15 naira.
Breakfast time is Kellogg's time.
Many thanks for staying with us. And now for some business stories. Affordable milk for all Nigerians has been introduced today by Friesland Campina Wamco, the makers of Peak Milk and 3 Crowns. The new milk, called 3 Crown Creamer, is introduced for the benefit of consumers who are particularly about affordability.
That is the latest liquid milk in Algeria, 3 Crowns Creamer, a product of the dairy master Friesland Campina Wamco, the makers of Peak Milk and 3 Crowns Milk. Speaking of the new 3 Crowns Creamer launch in Lagos, the producers say it is an affordable dairy choice for consumers. They say it can be used with tea, coffee, and chocolate drinks. It is also targeted at mothers.
It's the first in Nigeria market. It's fairly new. It's made from milk. So if you cannot afford all the products in the market, right now it's the cheapest product. So we thought about getting something very affordable, very good, that fits the Nigerian pocket and yet still delivers on taste, gives the perfect whitening for their teeth. That was how we launched and we designed the 3 Crowns Creamer.
Highlighting 3 Crowns Creamer's nutritional value, they say it is fortified with essential vitamins and minerals that give sweet, creamy, tasty, and delicious appeal.
Unique selling point for creamer is affordability of that particular SKU, and we all know that consumers and shoppers are also down trading. So that's why as a company we've thought through to get them a product that is highly affordable. But the key point is that it contains the required nutrients, vitamins for taking milk. So it's a good player with the right complements too.
What Crema does, it's a perfect whitening and gives you a very nice taste to your tea. It also comes at a very affordable price. We looked at the market and looked for very different ways where we can keep people having all the benefits they can have with milk.
This latest product is an addition to 3 Crowns portfolio, said to be Nigeria's first locally produced evaporated creamer. Some of their consumers testify to its taste and affordability.
Personally, I tasted it, and to me, it's tasty, creamy, and sweet. The first time I did it was the very day they introduced it to me, and I put it in my tea, it whitened the tea, and I was like, how come? So later I got to know that that's one of the uniqueness of 3 Crown creamer. So to me, it's a very nice one. You know, coupled with the fact that they said the normal 3 Crown was basically to help mothers and invariably helping the home. As a retailer, we are beginning to enjoy the patronage because hawkers around, you know, takes them around. So it's gaining publicity without the main advert that is where. So we in turn are making money and we are smiling to the banks.
It just gives varieties basically. So you have an option. If you don't want this, you want this. For those who, like she rightly said, for those who want, who have, most of us have this sweet taste, sweet taste bud. So you can always go for that. At the same time, still balancing the whole thing. So I think it's a fantastic idea. My advice to Nigerians: take 3 Crown milk. Is very healthy. Yeah, especially moms. Yeah, it keeps you fit.
Most importantly is that 3 Crowns milk still sells. They shed light on both products.
3 Crowns milk, it's a filled milk, low in cholesterol, 28 vitamins and minerals. It's our hero product. It's a pride where everybody will. We say for very extreme fullness of milk, you have a 3 Crowns regular milk. So we have thought about 3 Crowns creamer, which is a sub-brand. The only difference is there's a different mix in this product because we want it to be a slightly affordable product, but it still delivers on taste, it still delivers on whitening. So the whole idea is to give consumers the choice. So as your pocket meets, you can either buy the regular 3 Crowns milk that's low in cholesterol, or you can buy our 3 Crowns creamer. But they equally deliver on taste and give you a perfect whitening experience.
With the production of affordable products as 3 Crowns creamer, Nigerians can relax and confidently use dairy as many times as they wish for on a daily basis. Worthy of note is that the milk has been distributed across markets in Nigeria. SuperScreen News.
Still on the business scene, data obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria show that Nigeria's external reserves hit $43.2 billion on March 6, 2018. The foreign exchange reserves had recorded a 4-year high at $42.76 billion on March 2nd after commencing this year at $38.77 billion. The reserves had moved from $38.77 billion in December to $40.69 billion in the month of January. The CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele had projected that the reserves might hit $60 billion in 2019 if the trend persists. You're watching SuperScreen News at 8. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take some foreign stories, some sports stories, and some entertainment stories. Stay with us.